Fellas, in this video, I want to talk about 6 ways to actually build a magnetic aura that people can't resist. All right, let's go ahead and get right into it. So what I mean by aura is your energetic presence. You ever get around somebody, you ever, at work or out and about, and somebody walks into the room and you're like, oh shit, here they go. Their energy is just like, it's not really inviting. It's really negative, it's really low, and it can bring you down too. So I want to share these 6 ways that you can actually improve your aura so that when you step into a room, you set the temperature in the room, you set the tone, and people are going to naturally gravitate towards you. Now, the first way to build a magnetic aura is to learn how to control your emotions. So when you can't control your emotions and they control you, you are going through life in a way where your behaviors and your actions are always being dictated by how you feel in a specific moment. You want to learn how to experience your emotions in a way where they don't drive the car, so to speak. And how does this help you build a magnetic aura? It's because when you're speaking to people, they see in you that this person doesn't really get rattled. This person has a lot of control over themselves that maybe I may not possess. I may not possess that skill. And the better you get at doing this, the more magnetic you become. People feel safe around you. They feel comfortable. They're like, man, this dude is emotionally strong. He's not so all over the place and all erratic emotionally because he can't control himself. The second way to build a magnetic aura is to develop a positive mindset. So we all deal with challenges and obstacles and things that are going to happen. Your partner just broke up with you or something like that. You might have gotten fired from your job. But it's important to be able to reframe these situations and to look at them in a way of like, what can I take from this? What lesson can I learn from this so that I can apply it to the next chapter in my life? And this makes you magnetic because when you're going through life and you have a positive spin on things, people like being around that. People don't like being around somebody who's negative all the time, who always got a negative spin on something. It's really important to learn how to have that positive mindset. What I like to always say is maintaining, not complaining. Nobody wants to be around somebody who's complaining about stuff all the time. That doesn't mean you don't have problems in your life. That doesn't mean you're a robot and nothing affects you and you have no emotions. That's not what I'm trying to say. What I'm saying is you're able to flip it. You're able to shift your perspective of things. You're able to shift your mindset. This is going to make people love being around you. They may be going through something in their life and they know that when they interact with you, you're going to be able to put that positive spin on it, and you might be able to create a perspective shift for them that they couldn't see on their own. Not saying that that's your responsibility to do that, but you may naturally just do that. That just might be who you start to become. And people naturally are going to be like, damn, I love being around that person. They make me feel good when I come around them, even when I'm not feeling good about myself. Number 3 is to learn to be authentic and to be comfortable in your own skin. Now, this will make you magnetic and build that aura because you know who you are. You've developed a strong sense of yourself. You don't have to follow the crowd. You're okay doing your own thing, being a lone wolf. You can go hang out with the crowd. You can be social, but you don't do things that aren't in alignment with you for the sake of being accepted by people. So it's really important to start developing a strong sense of who you are. Somebody may ask you a question at work like, hey, what do you think about X, Y, and Z? And naturally in your mind, you might be like, do I want to say what I really think? They might think I'm goofy as hell. Or do I want to say what I think they want me to say? When you start to become more authentic, you don't give a damn about that. You start to say what comes to your mind. And it doesn't matter how they're receiving it, how it may make them feel. You're being true to yourself. You're being true to your values and who you are. The 4th way to build a magnetic aura is to talk less and listen more. You want to be a person that develops this skill because the better you get at listening, you just pick up on so much more. You pick up on so much nuance in the world when you're not always running your mouth. And I used to be a guy who used to run his mouth all the time. But I've learned that when you can listen, you can learn so much from people. And then when you can reflect back to somebody something that they said to you, it makes them just connect with you so much more. And this is what improves that magnetic aura about you. People look at you as like, damn, I always feel heard when I'm around this person. You know, I feel like I'm seen, you know. And like I said, you want to develop the skill not for the sake of becoming like an ass kisser and just being constantly available to people like, yeah, come to me with your problems. Nah, you're not doing that. What you're doing is you're naturally developing the skill of like empathy, you know, being able to create a space for somebody to just talk, because we're all going through things in our lives. And why wouldn't you want to be that person that can create a space for somebody that may help them feel better in any given moment? And it's not forced. It becomes natural. It becomes organic for you. Now, the fifth way to build a magnetic aura is to give authentic compliments and acknowledgments. When I say authentic, I mean you want to give those compliments that can really resonate with somebody. For example, I have a coworker who is funny as hell, just naturally funny, has that like witty banter kind of, you say something and they just got a natural kind of comeback. And I tell this person that. I'm like, yo, you are funny as hell. Or I ask them a question. I'd be like, yo, do you watch a lot of stand-up comedy? And I'll be like, you know, here and there. And they'll be like, why? And I'm like, because you are funny as hell. You have like this natural gift of gab. That's me recognizing something in somebody and just sharing it with them. And when you're able to do this and engage in this type of way, this is what makes people gravitate towards you. They know that, damn, Bryce is a solid dude. You know, every time I'm around that dude, I just feel good. We just have great interactions. This is what builds that magnetic aura that people cannot resist. Now, fellas, if you're enjoying this list so far, please smash that like button. I really appreciate it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel so that you know when I make more videos just like this, all right? Now, for this last way to build a magnetic aura, you know, I know this is not a natural thing because I used to not do this as well too, but it's simply to just smile. Okay, when you smile at people, you are more approachable. Just to give a little bit of backstory on myself, like I used to have really bad teeth, right? I used to not smile a lot. You know, I still got through life, but I wasn't as like in your face with it as I am now. I smile all the damn time now that I done got my teeth fixed. And I've experienced life from both sides now, to where from the side of when I didn't smile and how my interactions with women, how my interactions with my coworkers were. It was almost like people weren't as engaged with me as they are now when I smile. When you smile first at somebody, you break the ice for them. You ain't got to be all goofy with it, but you know what I'm saying? You can be kind of, yo, how you doing? You doing all right? And then people smile back at you, and it just creates this kind of like, okay, he's cool, he's chill. And it's just another simple way to build that energetic connection between people. Now, if you enjoyed this video and you want to work on building that emotional awareness, building that emotional intelligence, becoming more inviting to people, becoming more magnetic to people, then make sure you check out my playlist on emotional intelligence, and I'll leave it floating right here on the screen for you. All right. And I'll see you on the next video. Peace.